Canes season has started about as well as fans could have hoped. Miami, they're off to a 4-0 start as they hit the bye week, and it's a perfect time to talk some recruiting. We're going to hit on a few key targets, and also we got decision day approaching for one of the top JUCO recruits in the country, and Miami's heavily involved in that one. So Miami fans, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now for me. Look at this. We just crossed 10K. We appreciate you guys, and we need you to be a part of this channel, so go ahead and hit subscribe. All right, let's bring on my guy, Azubi Charles from Canes Sport, for some more insight. Azubi, we're going to start with defensive back out of California Junior College, Sion Jones, and the Miami Hurricanes. They're in the thick of this thing leading up to this big decision day on October 8th. So just over a week till you decides. Oregon, Miami, and USC are kind of the three favorites here. Where do you see Miami fitting in this recruitment, and what do you think he's going to do on decision day?
Yeah, so I spoke with Sion on Sunday, and, he still isn't sure where he's going, kind of weighing out his options for all three schools in Miami, Oregon, and USC. And it's been, Miami head coach Mario Cristobal that's been kind of leading the push for Sion. The two have established a great relationship. They offered him back in March and kind of, been talking to him on a daily basis. He took his official visit to Miami in June and then was back on campus in July for their, late summer barbecue. And his conversation with Coach Cristobal are kind of just talking about his, potential playing early at Miami, which is something he really likes, and just him seeing the field and kind of locking down one side of the field for the Hurricanes in that secondary. And, one thing that I think that might be playing in Miami's favor is Sion's former teammate at San Mateo Junior College is currently at the University of Miami, Demetrius Freeney. He was another JUCO defensive back that Miami got in the portal this summer. So he's been in his ear telling him come join him, Cole Gable. So right now, I really do like Miami's chances with him. They've been consistent with him from the very beginning, and it's coming down to the wire. And, Coach Cristobal is kind of putting that full court press on him right now. So it'll be very interesting to see where he ends up giving it on October 8th.
In your opinion, who's the biggest threat in this one, USC or Oregon?
Right now, I would have to say USC, since he's a California kid, and they've been the program that's been with him, since the beginning as well. He's always talked about, how he's liked USC from when he was younger and things like that. But I would sleep on Oregon as well. They're 4-0, USC's 4-0. So this is going to be a really tight race to the very end. And like I said, he still doesn't know where he's going. So we'll all have to, find out on October 8th.
Yeah, one of the top JUCO prospects in the country, Miami, right there in the mix for him. Now, a new development that happened over the weekend. Nykar, he's back on the market. You guys know who I'm talking about. The 4-star wide receiver from Colquitt County, Georgia. He decommitted from Georgia on Sunday. And guess who was there to see him on Monday? The Miami coaching staff. Azubi, fresh off the decommitment, do you think the Canes are the favorite to land Nykar?
Yeah, I have to say I really, really do like where Miami stands with this one. Like you said, Miami was quick to send a coach up there, Monday following at his decommitment on Sunday, which was Cody Waddell. And, after speaking with his head coach up at Colquitt County, he said the visit went extremely well. His head coach, Sean Calhoun, said, Nykar backed off his commitment from Georgia because he wanted to, see what else was out there. Obviously, he's been committed to Georgia for over a year now, but he kind of wanted to see what else was out there and kind of find a better fit for him on and off the field. And I think that could be Miami. We see what they've done this year with the development of their receivers under Kevin Beard, look vastly improved from last year in the same exact unit. So that development, having Kevin Beard, on the trail, Cody Waddell, Coach Mario Cristobal kind of, pushing really hard for him is a big thing. And he's going to make his way down to Miami, relatively soon. So very, very exciting to see, what happens there, and kind of very intriguing to see what happens here, coming off the decommitment from the two-time defending national championship. And Miami's kind of really, really pushing for him at the moment.
All right, so we'll stay on the wide receiver topic. Miami commitment, Chance Robinson. He visited Ohio State 2 weeks ago. You and I haven't talked about this yet. So we also know UF was trying to flip him all summer. Where do things stand with Robinson and his commitment to Miami?
So since, Chance committed to Miami in April, one thing he always, has said was, I'm still going to take, my visits to other places, take my OVs in the fall to other schools and things like that. So I'm not too surprised or too worried about seeing him going to Ohio State or seeing, Florida kind of continue to push for him. They've been a program that's been in the mix, before his commitment to Miami. But with the way things are going with Miami, and like I said, the progression of that wide receiver unit, the offense looks very exciting under Shannon Dawson. They're putting up great numbers. I would have to say I think something very, very drastic would have to happen for him to flip elsewhere, him to really, consider another program right now. He's a South Florida kid. He grew up loving Miami. His family loves Miami. Specifically, his dad has built a great relationship with Mario Cristobal, Coach Kevin Beard, and all those guys, and they've done a great job of continuing to recruit him after his commitment. Usually, guys kind of say maybe it falls off a little bit, or maybe it's a little bit different after his pledge, but he's saying they're recruiting him like he's still uncommitted. So I feel like that's working in Miami's favor, and a lot of other things are working in their favor. Like I mentioned, the offense is looking great, the wide receivers are looking amazing. So I feel like something drastic would have to happen for him to, say, hey, I don't want to be committed to Miami anymore. I want to take my talent somewhere else.
Yeah, I agree. If you're Chance Robinson right now, you have to be at least excited about the improvements Miami's made. Tyler Van Dyke, has made the next step in his progression. It looks like Shannon Dawson's offense is clicking on all cylinders early. Now, we're only 4 games in, and it is the bye week, but the Canes look like they're off to a great start. Have recruits started to take notice of this hot start by Miami? Inside Scoop fans, listen up. Tailgate season is here, and I need to tell you about these Bird Dog shorts that I've been wearing. Bird Dogs were the big winner for me this summer, and I'm rolling with them right into the fall as well. I wear them to work. I golf in them. I told you guys I brought them on vacation with me to Florida. So, of course, they're my first pick when I go tailgating. Last weekend, I didn't pull up to Lot B with the boys in my old stiff khakis. No. I had my Bird Dog shorts on instead, and I'm glad I did. It is still hot out there, and just because football season is here doesn't mean fall weather is too. It's still swampy in September, but not in my Bird Dogs. Bird Dogs has this great cloud knit fabric that looks just like a nice pair of khakis, but way more flexible, way more comfortable, and most importantly, it keeps you cool and dry, even for a noon kickoff. Here's what we're going to do. I need you guys to go to birddogs.com/Josh or enter promo code Josh for a Bird Dog Tech hat with your order free. Got one right here. It fits. It's fashionable. It's Bird Dogs. It's great. So go to birddogs.com/Josh or promo code Josh for a Bird Dogs hat. You won't want to take your Bird Dogs off. We promise you.
Yeah, 100%. I spoke with a few guys at the Miami Central and Chaminade game last week, and everyone's kind of saying the same thing. Like, Miami's doing what they told me they were going to do, throughout the summer and last year. Obviously, that 5-7 season wasn't, anything anybody wanted to happen in Miami. But now you see, 1 month in, and they're already one away from their total last year. So something's working, clicking on both sides of the ball. It looks like home run hires with Shannon Dawson and then Lance Gidger on the defensive side of the ball. So kids are starting to take notice. Kids are starting to pay attention a little bit more to Miami. I would say kids are starting to take Miami a little bit more serious last year. Obviously, you can't really sell 5-7 season when you're getting blown out by Middle Tennessee State, but you got a good one against Texas A&M. You got a decent one against Miami of Ohio that beat Cincinnati on the road, and you're looking good so far. So I would say recruits are really, really starting to take notice of Miami and take Miami seriously in their recruiting process.
Yeah, and I think, all offseason, Mario was probably making promises or telling these recruits, hey, watch what we do on the field. It's going to be improved. You heard that for months if you're a recruit, and now you're seeing it happen. It's a good sign for Miami, and we'll have more with you, Azubi, next week. Georgia Tech comes to town, and we already know Miami's going to have a great visitor list for that one, so we will bring you back on and preview Miami's next big visit weekend. But for now, go to CaneSport, check out all the content that they got over there. Azubi Charles, thank you for joining the Inside Scoop today.
Always a pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.